You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, it is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your Bold and the Beautiful early edition spoilers. These are for the week of Monday, July 31st through Friday, August 4th, 2023. Can you guys believe it? July is over. It is practically over, and we are in the first week of August next week. In LA, as things are steamy on B&B, we have got 3 huge spoilers for next week. And of course, the big focus for Steffy going into next week is her justifiable paranoia about Sheila Carter being on the loose. And by the time this week ends, things are going to be much scarier for her for a couple of reasons. First, Liam is going to show up and show her that video of Finn hugging Sheila in the hallway. And that's a problem for her because, first of all, Finn told her he was checking on a patient, which is technically true, but withholding key information is a lie of omission, which is still a lie. And he should have told her that he stopped to talk to his mom for a minute. But I do think he was just in shock and was just kind of in the moment. And then his mom hugged him, and then he kind of had that same moment of weakness and hugged her back. But he definitely expected her to go to jail. So he was very surprised. And then he just kind of knee-jerked to not quite being honest. And Liam has been fixated on it ever since. And what's funny is Liam doesn't handle shock well either. Like, let's question how Liam handled the shock of seeing Thomas and Hope kissing. He handled that shock by kissing another man's wife and then doing it again in LA. So if anyone knows about somebody not handling things well, it should be Liam, yet he's judging Finn by a very different and hypocritical yardstick, I think. However, by the end of the week, Liam has decided he's ready to risk it all to protect Steffy and her kids, and he already told Wyatt that that's his job now, is to protect her. And things go badly at the beach on Friday. There's some kind of incident. We know that Finn looks like he's out surfing with Kelly or something because I've seen the photo. They're both in wetsuits. So clearly something happens to someone and somebody winds up in the ER because there's an ER nurse, a trauma nurse, who is on the show on Friday. So what's interesting is that there are no early spoilers for Liam. And if Liam's at the beach and he's, all wound up, could he end up hurt? There's been a lot of people saying, I've seen pictures of Liam in a coma. No, you've seen Photoshop of Liam in a coma or old photos of Liam. There's no official spoilers about him being hurt. And it will be very interesting if he goes over there to make a scene and then he somehow winds up hurt and it has nothing to do with Sheila. Wouldn't that be weird? All right. So going into these 2-week spoilers, and that was the groundwork, the whole Liam Steffy thing. We have Steffy taking drastic measures to protect those she loves the most. And that includes her children. And we do know, Jackie Wood is heavily pregnant. You can see how they've got her covered up in pillows and blankets and this and that. There's no confirmation as yet that she's given birth to her 4th baby, but no doubt she will be taking at least a little bit of maternity leave. And if this drastic measure she takes is perhaps to take the kids and go to Paris, then maybe she is going to take a real maternity leave this time. Last time, she didn't really take one of much. She did some video scenes and she shot ahead some scenes, which I think is going to be a little harder to do this time with the writer's strike, but you never know. So if she thinks it's what she needs to do, she may take the kids and just go to Paris for a while, and that would cover her maternity leave. Also of interest is the next spoiler, that Finn finds himself in uncharted territory. What's the uncharted territory? Is it him being the bad guy? Is it him facing accusations from Liam and Steffy? I don't know. This is very interesting because the whole run that Finn has been on Bold, he's been just such a stand-up good guy. He's been loyal. He's never cheated. He's never treated Steffy like crap. Meanwhile, Steffy's cheated on him, which is kind of treating him like crap. He saved her life when they met, when he was her ER doctor, when she'd had that motorcycle accident. And When she got addicted to pain pills, he was there for her. Finn has been a stand-up guy for her, but Liam's trying to worm his way in there, and unfortunately, this Sheila thing is a fracture, and this storyline could absolutely make room for Finn to lose his wife. There's been some chatter that Finn might have another movie or TV role. I just want to say this. Nothing is filming right now. House of Dragons season 2 is still filming, but it's all the way over in Europe filming, and I don't think any of those actors are American. So they had that, even though those actors are probably SAG also, I'm sure there's a whole different thing to them shooting in Europe. So unless Tanner Novlan has something that is shooting outside of the country and it's outside of SAG-AFTRA contracts, there's no reason for him to have to leave the show, because there's no scripted TV or movies filming in America right now because of the actor strike. So we shall see what happens. And then we have one last early spoiler for the week of July 31st, and we're going to tell you that in 1 second. But if you enjoyed this early spoilers edition, we'd really appreciate it if you would click like. We'd love it to see your comments. We love to hear from our listeners, and I love to reply. I read everybody's comments. I don't always have time to reply, but I definitely read each and everything that you guys write. So love it. Pile on the comments. We love to read them. All right. And if you hadn't hit subscribe, we'd love it if you'd click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Bold and Beautiful updates. If you click the bell, you'll get a notification that there's a new video for you to watch. So this last spoiler is kind of broad, and it is that there are ripple effects after Sheila's trial goes badly for all involved. So that is very vague, ripple effects. I mean, Sheila's really glad to be out of prison, and I know she doesn't want to go back to prison, but that doesn't mean she's not going to be plotting revenge on Bill and Ridge. Bill in particular, because he was in her bed telling her he loved her while lying to her, and she may not let that go unpunished. Bill may want to circle back around and try to punish her for making him look foolish when she got to walk away in court. But I think her primary focus is Finn and Hayes, and that means that Steffy is probably right to take drastic measures. What do you guys think?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.